Hello, everyone. Welcome to our storytelling seminar from Foreign Language and Communication Department from Afghanistan Open University. In this department, we're dedicated to sharing educational and insightful webinars and seminars. And this is one of the exciting events we have prepared for you. We offer special English classes ranging from A1 to B2 levels, along with opportunities to learn from native speakers, such as this class. It's been our honor to provide these learning experiences for the past 3 years. And now I'm thrilled to introduce our teacher, Ms. Ruqayya Ishaq. Today you'll get a taste of what storytelling and uh, see if this class is right for you. Uh, Thank you for joining us. Now I'd like to hand it over to our wonderful teacher, Ms. Ruqayya. The stage is yours. We're excited to see what you have prepared for us.
Hi everyone, this is Ruqayya Ishaq, and I am an ancient history student at the University of Leicester. And I'm so excited to be here teaching all of you my love for English and my expertise on the language. I'm so excited to be here, and this topic is one of my favorite topics. So yeah, let's get started. So the art of storytelling. So when we hear the word storytelling, we often think of like, oh, books, movies, or fairy tales, anything like fictional or just like random stories that authors would write. But storytelling is so much more than that. Storytelling is how we connect, how we understand each other, and how we make sense of this world. It's in the way that we share our experiences, our struggles, and our dreams. My students always tell me, Miss, how do we connect deeper? How do we have more deeper conversations with people? How do we have like deep conversations in English? And I tell them this is how. This is how we can have deep conversations in English. So it's the way we share our experiences, our struggles, and our dreams. When you tell a friend about your day, that's storytelling. When a leader gives a speech to inspire people, that's storytelling. Even in business, marketing, and history, stories are the way that information we make information meaningful and memorable. The best storytellers are not just writers, they're speakers, leaders, teachers, and even friends who know how to express ideas in a way that make people listen. And that's what I want you all to practice, not just for the sake of speaking it, but learning how to tell stories that engage, inspire, and leave an impact. So today, let's explore how we can use our storytelling techniques because it's not just a skill, but as a way to express ourselves, connect with others, and make our voices heard. So let's get started. So our objectives for today are understand how storytelling enhances communication and emotional connection, learn key storytelling techniques and techniques used by native speakers, develop engaging natural storytelling skills, use storytelling to express thoughts clearly and connect with your audience. Okay, but before all of that, let's play a game so we can get to know each other since we're going to be together for a long time. Um, Two truths and a lie. So I don't know if you guys have played this game before, but this is such a fun game to get to know about the other person. So I want all of you to think about three statements about yourselves, two true and one false. And I want you to share your statements with the class, and we all will guess if it which one is a lie. Who wants to go first? Anyone? I think someone's raising their hand. Mina, can you please let them speak?
Um, yeah, I think everyone is
Yes.
unmuted. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm ready to play.
Okay, sure. Would you like to tell us something about yourself, those three statements? Um, was I doing too fast? Do you guys want me to repeat again?
Uh, would you like to please elaborate a little bit because
Oh,
my
okay,
internet is
sure.
a
Yeah.
little bit. So what is a topic about? Just
Oh,
in a
this
few seconds.
Oh no, we are playing a game right now. I think I explained the topic already. Yeah, so we're
Okay,
just playing
sorry,
an
actually.
icebreaker that we can get to know each other a bit, like all my students with me. So the icebreaker is two truths and a lie. So I want all of you to think about three statements about yourselves. Two of them should be true and one should be false. And I want you to share your statements with the class, and we'll guess which one is a lie. It's just like a fun game to play with all of you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hello, teacher. I'm so sorry, teacher. I don't have your screen.
Oh, you cannot see my screen? That's odd.
Yes,
Can
teacher, I
you?
cannot see.
Okay, oh, can I say my statements? Three of mine.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Uh, I'm rich, and I'm very honest to my friend. And the third one is that I always speak lie.
Oh wow, the last two were very contradicting together. Does anyone want to guess which one's a lie? Should we all type in the chat to see if Hamza is saying the truth or a lie? Oh,
Hmm?
do you guys want to reply
I'm
in the
I,
chat?
yeah, yeah. I'm here to you all people that what is my result, and I will tell you what is actually the true one and what is actually the false one. So I'm ready to hear you all.
Does anyone want to reply in the chat to say what's the lie?
Yeah, hello, teacher.
Hello.
Hey,
Uh,
it's easy. It's easy. Why you are people thinking about the if you didn't hear, so I can repeat. Okay, I
oh,
think the
Mina
first
is
one is
saying. Mina
no.
replied. She said she thinks you aren't rich. He thinks the rich one is a lie.
Hmm?
Would you like to give us the answer, Hamza? Would you like to give us the answer?
Yeah, of course. I truly and I'm honest here. I will tell you what is actually the true one and what is actually the false one. Well, I always lie. Yes, sometimes, mostly 80% I lie to my friends. I'm rich. It's right, and I'm honest. Uh, it's right. So these were my
Oh,
answer.
they all were true. None of them were false.
Yeah, why not? The third one was
Oh,
false.
oh, okay. Thank you for participating, Hamza. Does anyone else wanna go ahead and share their truths and lie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Or would you like to say your statements?
Yeah, of course, why not? I am loyal. I'm a hard worker. These two are
Okay.
true. And I'm old man. It's false.
Okay. Wow. So how the game works is the class has to guess which one's a lie. You just have to say the three statements, and then we all guess which one's the lie, and then you can tell your answers later on.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
Does anyone else want to have a go? Um,
Good
Malade, as
evening,
you wanna have a go, your hands okay raised up.
good evening, everybody. Miss, how are you doing?
Is anyone speaking? Sorry. Does anyone want to speak?
Um, Dear teacher, I have a quick suggestion. Okay. Guys, please بی‌نظمی را جور نکنین. درست است؟ یک نفر در یک وقت صحبت کنه و استاد را بانین که شما را انتخاب کنه که شما مثلا بیاین صحبت کنین. استاد شما بالا باشه. درست است؟ ولی سر شما صدا میشه باز جواب بدین. درست است؟ همین گدودی را جور نکنین. با استاد اجازه میدیم خودش انتخاب میکنه. Dear teacher, you can call on one person and they can answer.
Okay, yeah, that sounds perfect. Okay, let's see who's raising their hands. I hope I can pronounce all of your names right. I'm sorry if I do. Please tell me how to pronounce them right. Okay, Mahbouba, why don't you have a go? You have your hands raised. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Thank you giving me the chance. Yeah, the game rule is I should say three things about me, and one of them should be wrong. Yeah, should
Yes,
be
yes, that's
not
exactly.
true. Okay. The first, I'm an author, and the second one is I can speak three language fluently, and also the next one, I'm living in a village. Can
Oh,
you
you're an
guess which one is
author.
wrong?
Oh, these are interesting ones. They all seem so true. And guys, can we write in our chats which one we think the lie is? They all seem very, very true. Oh, okay, everyone's saying it's the last one. Can you please reveal the answer to us?
Yeah, the first one I say I can speak fluently three language, it is true. And the next one I said I'm an author, it is not true. I'm
Whoa.
not an author. Yeah, I want to be author. I really like to
Oh,
write,
you like
but
to write
I'm not.
stories. This class is perfect for you then. That's amazing.
Yeah, if I join this class, yeah. And I'm living in a village, yeah, village. It is true.
Oh,
Thank
that
you,
sounds
guys.
interesting. Oh, so it was the first one. Okay,
Yeah,
guys, we all got it wrong then.
yeah.
Okay. Next person, let's see. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Is it Sahla? Do you want to have a go? Or is it Shahla? I can't
Yeah.
make out.
Oh, that is Shahla.
Oh, it's Shahla. Oh, okay. Sorry.
No problem. Hello to all. Well, the first one is I'm a student. And the next one is I have a pet that I take care of daily. And the third one is that I have already passed the IELTS exam.
Oh, wow. These all seem so interesting. Let everyone guess. I think it's about the pet. What do you guys think? Oh, wow. So everyone has very different answers. Sahla, would you like to reveal your lie?
For sure. Well, the first one is true. I'm absolutely a student. And the next one is also true, but the last one is false, and that is a lie.
Oh, it's okay. There's still time. What kind of pet do you have, though?
I have a cute black cat.
Oh, I love cats. That's
Me
amazing.
either. Yeah.
Okay, next student. Wow, okay. Malili, do you wanna have a go?
Hello, yes, I'm Malale,
Oh,
and
okay.
okay, so I'm 24 years old. I live in Afghanistan. I can't speak Pashto.
Oh wow. Okay. Guys, should we guess? Oh, someone wants you to repeat it. Is it okay if you can repeat it again?
Yes, it is better to repeat it because I'm gonna change it.
Oh, you're
Was
gonna change it. Okay.
yeah, because the two statements were lie and one was true.
Oh,
So
okay, that's okay. You can let us know which
that's it.
ones were the lie.
Okay. So I'm 24 years old. I live in Afghanistan and I can't speak Pashto. And just remember here, one statement is true, just one.
Oh, one of them is true. Okay. That you live in Afghanistan. I think that one is true, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yay, I guessed something right for the first time. Okay. Thank you. Um, let's see, who else is there? Ruxar, do you want to have a go? Ruxar, do you want to have a go, or should I just pick someone else? Sharif, why don't you have a try? No? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
May I speak, madam? Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Do you want to have a go?
Uh, yes. I'm an engineer. I consider myself an extrovert, and I am an online trader.
Oh wow. Okay, this is hard as well. Guys, let's put in the chat which one we think is the lie. Oh, Mina's saying the second one. Oh wow, we have a lot of different answers. Okay, everyone's saying it's the second one. Do you want to answer which one the lie is? Do you want to reveal the answer to us?
Yes, the second one it was wrong. I'm not an extrovert. Actually, I'm an introvert person.
Oh, okay. Would you believe that I'm an introvert as well?
Uh, Maybe because introvert individuals are tend to be very commitment with their lessons, and
Yeah,
sometimes they can be very
very right.
successful.
That's very right. Okay. Okay, maybe we'll have one last student. Rashad, do you want to have a go? No. Okay. Okay. Mohammed, do you want to have a go?
Hi, teacher. Thanks for this to give me a chance for speaking. My name is Mohammed Chokzai. I living in Afghanistan, Nimruz province, Zaran city, and I am a student.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can speak with Pashto language and Dari language very well. Also, I can speak English, but not very well.
Oh, okay, it's okay. We all are here to learn. Are those your three statements, or do you want to give your three statements now? No. Okay. Who else? Hazrat, do you want to have a go?
Thank you so much for giving me a chance. I'm a doctor. I have visited China. In I have done MBA.
Wow, all of those sound so nice. Let's guess which one is the lie, guys. Okay, let's wrap this up. Do you want to reveal your answer? Oh, you're not on
Yeah,
the board.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I think this was a very fun game to play, guys. It was nice knowing all of you. Okay, let's go on with the topic. You all can lower your hands down now. Okay, so some of the statements said here were more convincing than others. Why do you guys think of that? Do you guys think that some were more convincing than others? Even some lies were very convincing to me. Do you guys want to just type in the chat why you think that? Okay, no worries. Sometimes our way of delivering statements can be very convincing than others, and I think that's why some statements are more convincing than others. Okay, let's move on. So now onto the main topic. How do we tell a powerful story? How do we convey our emotions? How do we let people know what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and what the message that we want to give out to others? Okay, so there is this classic story structure, which is like a base for all of our stories. It starts, and we'll go deeper into this. And our stories always start with a hook statement, a setup, a conflict or a problem, a climax, and resolution. These are the six important steps for a story, and all stories should have this. So I'll go through each of the steps, and while going through all of this, we'll also create our own stories just to let you see how it's done. So let's start with a hook statement. So what is a hook statement? A hook statement is a statement that grabs your attention immediately. Like it can be anything. It can be a fact. It can be a question or anything. Like I would tell my friends, oh my God, do you know what happened the other day? Do you know what happened with me the other day? It's like a hook statement. I'm getting them interested, like what happened to me? Or if I say, do you know who I saw the other day? Do you know who I saw? That's going to get them interested. Or, oh my God, I have such good tea for you. That's a hook statement. I'm getting them interested in my story before I even say anything, and they'll be like, oh my God, tell us. So with a hook statement, we want to get like the person listening, or if you're writing a story, the person reading very, very interested. And that's called a hook statement. Always start your story with a hook statement. It can be anything. It can also be like a fact or a description of something, not necessarily a question or anything. Okay. And after the hook statement, you always want to say a setup, like provide context. Like here I said, I'm telling one of my friends, oh my God, you won't believe what happened to me the other day. And now I'm saying what happened, when, where, who. So you always remember your 3 W's here. Who, where, when, what happened, where did it happen, and who was with me. So what happened? I was at a cafe yesterday, just enjoy. Oh my God, I spelled quite wrong. Was anyone speaking? Guys, can you please switch off our mic? Thank you. Okay. So yesterday I was at my favorite cafe, just trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my coffee. I spelled quite wrong, guys. Please don't judge me. Yeah. So the setup for this story is I was at a cafe, just trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my coffee. So the who here is me, I. Where, it's at a cafe. When, it was yesterday. But it can be about anything you want. Who can be your friends, your family, your teacher, it can be about any person or anything. Where, any location, obviously. When, any time. That's the setup. So for our story started with, oh my God, you won't believe what happened to me the other day. And now we're continuing saying, so I was at my favorite cafe yesterday, just trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my coffee. And now we're going to the conflict or the problem. What happens? What was the interesting part? What happened to you? The moment of tension or challenge that makes the story interesting. The problem that comes in. The problem just like puts itself in. So the problem for our story, like the example for our story is, I reached for my wallet, but it wasn't there. I froze. Did I leave it at home or did someone take it? So that's our problem. Our wallet is lost at the coffee shop. We don't know where it is. We don't know if it's at home or if it's, or did we lose it or did someone take it? So that's our conflict or problem. But again, this is just an example. Your conflict or your problem can be anything. It can be anything about your personal life, at home, or anything in a conversation. The next part, our climax, the turning point, things change. What happened? Where did my wallet? Did my wallet magically appear? Did someone give it to me? What happened? The turning point, everything gets better. So in our story, I started panicking, checking every pocket, my bag, but I found absolutely nothing. Then the barista walked over and handed me something. What did the barista hand us? Was it our wallet or was it another coffee because we needed it so bad? Okay, so that's our climax. It's the turning point of our story, that the barista handed us something. Okay, let's see what the barista handed us. The resolution. The resolution is like the final thought or something that gives meaning to the story. Like we can't just end the story without letting the audience know where the wallet was, right? We can't just not let them know. That would be a cliffhanger then. So it turns out I had left my wallet on the counter earlier and a kind stranger had given it to the barista. It reminded me that there are still good people in the world. Okay, so it turned out we just left the wallet on the counter. Okay, so this was our resolution. Let's go back one more time and go through all of our steps. So first we start with hook statement that catches the reader's attention. OMG, you won't believe what happened to me today. Next is a setup, where, who, when. So I was at my favorite cafe yesterday, just trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my coffee. Conflict and problem. I reached for my wallet, but it wasn't there. I froze. Did I leave it at home? Did someone take it? Climax. I started panicking, checking every pocket, my bag, but I found absolutely nothing. Then the barista walked over and handed me something. Resolution, the final thought or takeaway from the story. Turns out I had left my wallet on the counter earlier and a kind stranger had given it to the barista. It reminded me that there are still good people in the world. Okay, so those are six steps for story writing. Now, this was like the basic structure of the story. This is like what you need to write a story. But then how do we make it better? Because like this was just the base. If we just write a normal story, it's going to be boring, right? No one's going to listen to us if we just keep on blabbing. So we need to know the techniques to make someone interested, to make our stories interesting. So let's go through all of the storytelling techniques. First is uses of pauses and intonation. So pauses always create suspense. If you are like telling a mysterious story or like a very fun story to your friends, you can always add pauses. So like here I've created an example, the same barista example, and then the barista smiled and said, I think it belongs to you. Like my pauses are too big, guys, I'm sorry for that, but small pauses, mini pauses would be really nice. And I think intonation is like the pitch of your voice. So if you're saying like a sad story, you'd be like, oh, you won't believe what happened to me today. But if you're so excited, you'd be like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened to me today. It's all in the pitch of your tone, how you use your tone to make like a sad story, sad, happy, mysterious, exciting story. So that's how you use intonation and pauses. Just to make your story interesting when you speak, just to give like that excitement when you speak. Also, I feel like I'm speaking too fast. I'm sorry for that. Let me know if you want me to go slower. Okay. Next, we have another technique, which is using conversational expressions and idioms. Okay, as a native speaker, it's going to come really like naturally to me, but to all of you, it's going to be a bit harder because you can't really learn these idioms. So that's why I always tell my students, please, please, please watch like American movies, American TV shows, like anything English podcasts. So you can, these idioms can naturally come to you. So examples of what like these conversational expressions. Oh, am I going too fast? Okay, let me go slower. Okay, so conversational expressions and idioms. So again, like I mentioned, as a native speaker, these come naturally to me. But again, for you guys, this might be a bit harder. So examples of idioms are like, oh, my heart skipped a beat. Out of the blue, it was a close call. My heart skipped a beat. Like when you see someone you love, it will be like, oh, your heart skipped a beat. And then out of the blue is like out of nowhere. It was a close call. Like I was so close to doing something wrong or anything like that. So in our story, I'm gonna say, out of the blue, out of nowhere, the barista reached behind the counter and pulled out my wallet. So out of nowhere, like we forgot that we kept our wallet on the counter and it just like wiped up from our memory, right? So out of the blue, the barista reached behind the counter and pulled out my wallet. Okay. Next one, descriptive and sensory language. Okay, description is so important, guys. Like I always tell my students, this is very, very important to make your story like so much better. So so use sensory language. Like what is sensory language? It's like the five senses are your smell, hearing, looking, what else? Taste and touch or feel. So I've used sensory language here. I have said the cafe smelled like freshly brewed coffee and warm pastries, and the quiet hum of conversations filled the air. So I'm using my smelling sense here. The cafe smelled like freshly brewed coffee and warm pastries, and the quiet hum of conversations filled the air. And I'm using my hearing senses here. So it just feels so much more real, and the listener or the reader is going to feel like, oh, they're there. They're imagining the whole scenario. Or the smell of ground cinnamon hit my nostrils as I sipped my warm latte that enveloped my heart with warmth. Again, I used my smelling sense and then my taste buds. And one trick is to use zooms. How do we use zooms? So example, you're entering a coffee shop and you see, and in a coffee shop there's coffee, right? So you zoom in the coffee, you talk about the coffee. Oh, like the cool latte art that the barista made, that's a zoom. Start describing the atmosphere of the coffee shop. Oh, there was chatter everywhere. Or like the fireplace at the coffee shop, the fire's crackling, the sound of the fire crackling in the coffee shop. It's like zoom into the small things. That just makes it so much easier to put descriptive language in your story or in your text or anything. Okay. And your emotions and relatability. So when you want others to understand you, or when you're having a conversation with someone in English and you just want to like put your feelings out, give what you're thinking, like, just converse with them and give your point out. It's important to share your personal thoughts and your reactions. Let's say in our coffee shop example, for a second I felt my stomach drop. Losing my wallet would have been a nightmare. Like your stomach dropping, that's a reaction, that's a personal thought, that you were so scared that you felt like your stomach was dropping. So that's one very, very important technique to use, your emotions. Okay. I would like all of you to write your own story, a short, simple, personal story, and apply at least 3 of the storytelling techniques that I taught you today, and share your story with the class. Your story can be about anything. Let me know if anyone is ready with their stories. Okay, you guys have 5 minutes to write your stories. So I can't wait to listen to all of your stories. Sahla, are you ready with yours? Sahla, your hand is raised. Do you want to share something with the class? You can go ahead. You can go ahead and share if you want.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. Well, I wanted to say about uh, one of my vocations, and I want to start it. Well, it all started with a great idea. We had a long holiday ahead, so we decided to go somewhere lush and green, a place where we could arrive, take a deep breath, and say just, "Wow, what a view!" So, full of excitement, we hit the road. The drive was supposed to take a few hours, but as time passed, the green paradise we imagined was nowhere to be seen. An hour turned into two, then three, then six, and still no magical, breathtaking landscape in sight. Finally, after we felt like eternity, we had to accept reality. We weren't going to find the perfect spot, so we stopped, set up our tent in a place that was almost green. Well, more likely barely green, not exactly what we had in mind. But guess what? It turned out to be one of the best trips ever. We laughed, we joked, and somehow that not so green place became the perfect spot just because of the fun we had. And finally, sometimes the journey doesn't um, go as planned, but that is what makes it unforgettable.
Wow, Sahla, that was an amazing story. I love how you like described everything. Like you described the color of the grass and like the smallest details. And your voice, it's like when you were telling me that it was one of the best trips, you showed excitement, you showed happiness. It was like the perfect story. It was amazing. I loved it. You should write more often. Okay, Muhammad, you're raising your hand. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, teacher. Um, my stories. One day I went to the market and I saw an old man. Uh, I when I see it, I think that he is very poor people, and I feeling when I saw this skin, I felt strong. Hear me, hear me, teacher.
Yes, I did hear you very well, Muhammad. Amazing short story. I think we just need to work on pronunciation a little bit, but I think it was short. It was nice. You were explaining your feelings very well. It was very nice, Muhammad. Amazing shot.
Yeah, teacher. I will try again and again.
Yes, we just need to work on pronunciation, and it's no big deal, guys. Everyone has problem with pronunciation, but we all are here to learn, and I can't wait to teach you guys more. Okay. Who Dawood, would you like to go next? Dawood, you have your hands raised. Do you want to go next? Okay, Imran, would you like to go next?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, dear teacher. Uh, 2 years ago, I was on the way of Baglan province. Suddenly, our car made accident. On that time, our car totally became in bad situation. But Alhamdulillah, no one died and no one became hard injured. And we say, "Oh my God!" Thanks for saving us. It was a short story. Thanks.
Yeah, I can imagine that must be very, very sad. But good on with like your story. I like how all of you are writing your stories very well structured. Um, okay. Okay, Hamza, do you want to go next? Okay, Malili, do you want to go next?
Hello, can you
Oh,
hear
we
me,
have
guys?
Hamza. We can hear you. We
Uh,
can hear
well,
you.
of course, sorry, I couldn't, run this app, fully. So mostly I just feel difficulty with this. Okay.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a short story. It's like once upon a time, I was searching for my motorcycle, which was, stand in front of my shop. I was very depressed that where it is actually gone. So after 2 hours, my friend came to me and told me that, hey, do you know where is Khalid? I say, no, I don't know. Do you know what happened to him? I said, no, actually, I don't know. I'm just searching for my motorcycle. He said that he's in a hospital and he did an accident. I say, oh, so let's go there. So when I go there and I saw Khalid, he was injury and he was my friend actually. His feet was broken. So I told him that what happened to you. He told me that I bring your motorcycle and I do an accident on the road. Oh, say, oh, you bring my motorcycle? He told me that yes. And you know what is the interesting thing was that I do an accident with a police car. So in the car, the police was also injured, and my friend he was also injured. So it was a long big story. So finally, I just found my motorcycle, and there was a case on my friend, and then we cleaned that. So it was a short story. Thank you.
Okay, wow, Hamza. I like how we started with Once Upon a Time. That's like every storybook you read, every like movie you see, it's like, oh, Once Upon a Time. I really like that. And I love how you were like voicing out your expressions when you were like, oh, what happened? You didn't know. You were so like confused and like you can hear it in your voice, like all of your expressions. Amazing job again. Um, Lovely work, all of you. You guys are amazing at this. Okay. Sharif, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. Several days ago, I went to a library to look for some books, and when I enter it, I was just shocked because there was a lot of kids playing inside the library, like they were playing with the monitors and the shelves. I was totally surprised, so I reached out to the office and. There was a man. I asked him that, what's going on here? Is it something wrong with you or with the building? And he said that, so what are you talking about? I said that there are a lot of kids here, and I saw some of them along the stairs as well. He said that this is an elementary school. What do you expect to see here? I said that, what do you mean? I'm here to look for some books. He said that, oh, idiot, you just have to go one story above. That's where you can find the library.
What a hilarious story, Sharif. That was so hilarious that you went to an elementary school instead. Yeah, I love the way you narrated the story. Amazing job. I like how all of your stories are like so different. It's good to know all of your experiences. Um, Malele, do you wanna have a go?
Sure. So, have you ever been thrown into the deep end where everything seems like a foreign language? That's how I felt on
I
my
love
first
how
day of
you're
English
starting with a
class.
hook statement. That was a hook statement. I catched it there. I love this.
Thank you. So, I walk into the classroom and the smell of coffee in the air combined with the low hum of conversation made me feel out of place. The students were confidently speaking English, and I felt like I was drawing in a sea of words I didn't understand. The teacher turned to me and said, "Can you answer this question?" My heart just skipped a beat, and I felt a lump in my throat. I tried to speak, but my mind went blank. I was in the hot seat, and I couldn't escape the pressure. After that moment, I felt like I was walking on eggshells every time the teacher asked a question. I didn't want to make a mistake, so I stayed quiet, hoping I wouldn't be called on again. And now I realize that the pressure I felt that day was just part of the learning process. It told me that sometimes you need to face your fears head on to truly grow. Thank you.
Wow, I absolutely love that. That was like the perfect story with all the expressions, all the techniques, everything all right. Amazing, amazing work. That's amazing. I loved it. Ruxara, do you want to have a go?
Okay, teacher, and hello everyone. I hope you are doing well and good evening.
Yes, Ruxar.
So I wanna share with you a short story about my experience. One day we went to the supermarket for shopping. As I entered, I saw different kinds of people. Some were carefully selecting items, others were chatting with friends, and most of them seemed happy. The store was full of life. After finishing my shopping, I stepped outside. A freezing wind touched my face, and I shivered. The weather was unbearably cold. At the moment, I noticed a young girl around 13 years old standing by the street. She was wearing thin clothes and was shivering from the cold. With a weak and trembling voice, she was asking, she was asking, but Mister,
Can you repeat that once again? I couldn't catch you, Ruxar.
walked past her without even noticing. I stopped for a moment and looked at her. In that instance, I realized that life is not the same for everyone. Some people enjoy the warmth of their homes, the joy of shopping, while others in the same cold weather stand alone, hoping for just a little kindness. That day I felt the cold, not just in the air, but also in the hearts of indifferent people.
What an interesting story, Ruxar. That's very, very interesting story. Good job. Okay. Rashad, do you want to have a go?
Yes,
Yes, please go
I
ahead.
will start from the beginning. Yes, I am Muhammad Rashad. Yes, I am Muhammad Rashad. I had four friends during my concert preparation, and we
Rashad,
came
please speak
together and studied
louder. I
for
can't
the
hear you well.
concert
Is it
preparation.
possible for you to speak
Especially,
louder?
can you hear me, Asra?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, yes. I am Muhammad Rashad. I had four friends during my time. Yes. I'm Mohammed Rashad. During my content preparation, I have four friends that
Also, guys, just saying, let's not use ChatGPT. I'm a student too. I know what ChatGPT is like, and it's very easy to catch people using ChatGPT. Yes, let's move to the next person. Karima, do you want to have a go?
Yes, sure, why not? Hello for everyone, and I hope you're all doing well. So tonight I'm going to share my own experience that I had, and it is a story. It's related about myself. So 3 years ago, when I was graduated from school, and it was the time that I should pass concours, and when at the first time intern in Balkh University. So I was surprised. It was a big place for me, and somehow when I was walking there, I feel that inshallah I will. After 1 year, I would be one of students that I will continue my education here. And when I enter in the university, I passed concours. So after that, so I passed the concours, and after 3 months, so I was waiting that in the results maybe should share for us, and so I went to the center that I read concours. So sometimes I was so surprised, and somehow I had some. I don't know that what should I say that in here. So how is my score and which field maybe I should pass the concours, and it's something that it confused me. And when I interned in the center that I go there, and yeah, so our teacher said that it is the time that your result is not somehow clear for us, and you have to go home, and when your result announce you will tell you. So when after that I came with my sister at home, and I want come at home. Before that I entered the home, my uncle called me that congratulations for you, Karima, you have succeeded in civil engineering department. And somehow I was surprised, and I was so happy because it was one of my favorite field, and it was the second field that I have choose. And somehow I surprised because my uncle tell me when I entered the home, all of my family was surprised. They congratulated me, and somehow they give me a party as well. And on that time, I feel that sometimes we don't know the value of ourselves, and maybe today the time is tough for us, especially for girls or maybe ladies. But we have another ways. We have continual education. Maybe today our university is banned, but we have another ways. And we have virtual class. We have virtual universities that they can continue. And after that, I try to I passed 2 year of my uh, bachelor degree. So after that, all of university banned for girls, and somehow it was at the first time it was a big tough time for me. But after that, I tried to go another path. So at the end, I would say that everything is possible because I have a beautiful quote for myself that I always repeat with myself, that nothing is free and nothing is easy. So, and it means that when you're going to gain something, so at first you should pay the cost, and because without this, nothing's possible. Thank you.
Wow, Karima, your story is truly so inspiring. Firstly, I wanted to congratulate you on your huge achievement. I know it must have been so scary, but your story is truly inspiring, not only for me, for all of the girls here. And I hope you do very, very well in anything you do. It was truly an honor to hear your story. Um, oh, wow. Okay. Now, I think we should move on from this. Amazing stories, everyone. I loved hearing each and all of your stories. They were all so different, but so amazing at the same time. And they were so personalized. Okay, last thing, and then we go on home to homework. Okay, so we have a fun game. I know you all have been speaking so much, but I promise this is the last one. So we have a fun game. So one student starts a story with one sentence. It can be about anything. The next student continues it with the others with another sentence. This continues around, creating an unpredictable story. So one person, you say anything, you start a story, you say anything, any sentence, and the others add on to it and continue. It's a very fun game because it's gonna make a very it could be a funny story, it could be a weird story, it could be any kind of story. So let's play this game. Let's see who has their hands raised. Okay. Oh wow. My favorite students raising their hands again. Um, Karima, do you want to start?
Uh, no, yes, I'd like to be the second one, not the first
Oh,
one.
you.
Yeah, because our brothers, they before me, they raise your hands.
Oh, okay, okay, no worries. Abdul Kabir, would you like to start?
Yes, teachers. Hello for everyone. I hope you are doing well and great. And I want to tell you about my story. Just I should tell one sentence.
We're playing a fun game, so you can say any one sentence to start with any kind of story, and the other person continues. So we don't know what kind of story it's going to be, but yeah, just say one sentence, and the other person will continue then.
Okay. So my story. I have lots of story, but I would like to tell you one of my best and one of my memorable story about my uh, the duration of or the time I started learning English about 3 years ago. 3 years ago, when I went from Kabul to Mazar Sharif uh, for learning English. Just it's it's the beginning of my story.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely the beginning of your story. Um, yeah, thank you for telling us. So, does anyone want to continue the story, like personalize it and say something else? Uh, Hamza, do you want to say something?
Well, if I see the story, so the story should be must start from the one sentence. I don't know, it couldn't be linked because he already, explained everything. I don't
Okay, no,
know what
you
should
can
I
just
say.
give a sentence and then the other person will continue it. Just give one phrase and the other person will continue it.
Oh, sorry to say, teacher, I will be the last one.
Oh my God, all of you are like, oh, I'll be the second one, I'll be the last one. Does anyone want to be the first one?
I'm sorry to say, teacher, because my mind was going another country, and
It's all right.
physically I'm here, but mentally I was in another place. Sorry to say.
Okay, Ruxar. Oh, Mina. Mina, do you want to say? Mina, do you want to say the first sentence?
Okay. Thank you. I've been dying to speak. Okay. So once upon a time, there was a girl living in a village. She was beautiful, known her for her
Okay,
beauty,
Mina, I think that was one
and
sentence.
okay,
That's
sorry.
English.
That's
Okay.
enough. Known for her beauty. No.
Okay, once upon a time, there
Yes,
was a
continue.
girl living in the village and she was beautiful. Karima was supposed to be the second one. You want to continue?
No,
Yes,
no, teacher.
yes, yeah.
It's teaching, teacher.
Yeah, I would like to continue.
Yes, Karima, please continue.
Okay, so she was a beautiful girl and has a large and has a large castle and live with families.
Oh, wow. I feel like we're saying like a fairy tale now. I love this. Okay, so once upon a time, there was a girl living in the village. She was very beautiful and she has a large castle. Okay, who wants to continue? Oh, wow. So many people. Um, Sharif, do you want to continue?
Yes, madam. As she was beautiful and she had a castle, she had high standards for choosing a life partner. She was always imagining a man coming on a white horse
Oh my
engage her.
Oh wow, we're making like a complete princess fairy tale now, guys. I love this. Uh, okay. Who wants to continue now? So there was a girl in a village. She was very beautiful. She has a big castle and she had high standards and she was always waiting for a man to come and marry her on a white horse. Okay. Interesting story, guys. Um, Muhammad, do you want to continue our story? Muhammad, would you like to continue? Okay. Oh no, someone said, but she died waiting for that man. That's that would be so sad. Okay. Who else wants to go? Samiola, do you want to add something?
Yes, hi everyone. But she didn't like life in the city. She likes the weather of the valley.
Oh, she likes the life of a village. Okay, yeah, that's a nice touch. Okay. Imran, do you want to add on to our story?
She had blonde hair and she is waiting for someone.
Okay, yeah, we already said that she was very beautiful and she was waiting for her prince. Okay, Abdul Kabir, do you want to add to our story? No?
Yeah, yes, teacher. She is waiting for a man. Yeah, that girl lived in a village, but she wait for a man to marry with him, and she likes to live in the city, and she likes living in the city, and after getting married, she went with that man and with that person, and she continued to
Yes.
his life with that person, with that guy.
Oh wow. I love how all the girls are like, "Oh, we don't need a man. We don't need a man." Not every woman needs a good man. I love this guy. I love this. Yeah, we don't need a man, guys. We don't. We're independent girls. Okay.
So, teacher,
Um,
may I change? May I change the concept of the story or a little bit?
no, no, it's okay. It
I
was perfect. You did amazing. I'm just giving my point of view.
uh, I would like to change about this
Okay.
story. Uh,
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
yeah, for example, yeah, there was a girl. She lived in the village with her family, and but and she was beautiful, and she had many lovers. She had many lovers and lots of people or lots of boy and other people love and loves her, but she doesn't like anybody. She just like to study uh, hard and hard, and she just like to serve with her parents. She like to help her parents, and with uh, beside that, she wants to study and continue to has to her education. But once some one time or one day, a person on a bike sent her parents or anyone to request from that girl.
Okay, okay. Abdul, I think that's it. Let's give someone else a chance as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So someone came to her parents. Sharif, do you want to continue this story? This took a turn. Sharif? Okay. Hamza, would you like to add into our story?
Well, I will just start from one sentence, then the other hook will be, from other guys. Okay. When I went to the college,
We were talking about the girl and someone coming to her parents. How did the college come in?
sorry to say, teacher, because there the conversation and the stories begin from the girl and end on the girl. So let's give chance for a boys. Like we
Okay.
need to use
Oh, but
boys
it hasn't
in
ended
these
yet. Oh,
stories.
we can do for a boy next class for sure.
But we
But
couldn't be
let's
in the next class if we see this, you know.
okay. Who do we have next? Rashad, do you want to continue? Or are we just leaving someone met her
Or are we
parents?
just leaving someone met her
Yes,
parents?
yes, I will do. About what story?
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, do you want to say something
oh,
or
do you want to
is that
say something or is that
Yes, I will share my story. Should I start?
we can't hear you well.
we can't hear you well.
Okay, teacher, can I speak?
Okay, teacher, can I speak?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Uh, yes, teacher, and to
Yes,
everyone.
teacher, and to everyone.
She living in a village. Maybe she want or wait for a good parents, and she living in a village with your bad mother and sister like Cinderella.
Okay, okay. Let's end the story now. Muhammad Mustafa, would you like to end our story?
No, no.
Good evening to everybody, and good evening, ma'am. Let me end your story. I think I have to add that her mom and dad are asking for good wealth and money, and after that, they give their daughter hand to this man, and this is the end of the story.
Oh wow, she finally got married. I thought she was always going to be stuck in the village. Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Interesting stories, guys. I didn't expect it to be like a typical fairy tale, but amazing. Okay, now that we are done, let's go for our homework. Okay, so your homework is to create a 2-minute story vlog. You have to record yourself and use any of the techniques learned in class today. It can be about anything, how your day was, anything surprising or meaningful, or anything funny from your own life. It has to be 2 minutes long, like a story vlog. And that's it for our class today, guys. It was amazing knowing you all, and I hope to see all of you in future classes as well. And I'm so excited to be your teacher. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the homework once again. You have to create a 2-minute story vlog and then record yourself and use any of the techniques learned in class today. It can be about anything, how your day was, anything surprising or meaningful or funny from your own life. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. And thank you for giving your time and attending this class today. Have a nice day, everyone.